Good evening, everyone, and welcome to graduation. My name is Max McDouland, and I am the senior class president of Clear Falls. At this time, if you would please be seated. Thank you so much, friends, family, teachers, mentors, and administrators, for all coming to this wonderful occasion. Today, I am going to share two of my favorite quotes with you. The first from my favorite poem. Oh, how great it is to dream the dream when you stand in youth by the starry stream. But what a greater thing it is to fight, fight, fight life through and say at the end, the dream is true. You see, 4 years ago, we were aspiring to accomplish one of our many dreams that we have in life, to graduate high school. We wanted to be like those seniors that came before us. And now as we stand and sit here in this stadium, I think we all realize that while we thought today would be the most memorable moment from high school, the actual most memorable moment comes from those times where we had to fight. They come from the journey. They come from the experiences that we share, the ups and downs, trials and tribulations, the successes and the failures. I know I wouldn't trade any single one of them because those experiences are what have made us into the young men and women we are today. The second quote I want to share with you is from Eleanor Roosevelt. Yesterday is history, tomorrow is a mystery, today is a gift, and that is why we call it the present. Sometimes it's so difficult for us to appreciate the moment we are in because we know that our futures are so bright. And other times it is difficult for us to appreciate that moment that we are in because we're so happy about the memories we've created, and sometimes we live in the past. But what I want to encourage you to do is to always savor the moment you are in. Enjoy every second that you have with all these people you are with here today. We're so lucky to have the family and friends that we have here supporting you. I'm lucky to have a large group of my family and friends supporting me here today. But we're all a part of one big family. We're all a part of the Clear Falls family. The last thing I want to remind you is to always remember our circle character words that we learned at Clear Falls. For the letter C, courage. Be courageous for anything that you do. If you have a high goal, do anything you can to reach it. For I, integrity. Be honest and true through all things. Hold on to your morals and your values even when it is difficult. For R, respect. Respect your elders, respect those younger than you, and respect your colleagues. And C, citizenship. Be a good citizen, be a good neighbor, and along with that, loyalty. because in a relationship there is nothing better than a loyal friend. And in all these things, pursue excellence. For when you strive to achieve all of these things, people around you and people in this community, they'll know who you are. They'll say, ah, that is a Clear Falls Knight. That's what I'll leave you with for today. And as always, it's a great day to be a knight. At this time, I would like to introduce my fellow officers. Our Vice President, Howdy Hughes. Our Vice President, Tori Hatton. Oh. I'm sorry, our Secretary. Our Treasurer, John Davis. And our Historian, J.L. Martin.
Please stand for the presentation of colors. Gentlemen of Clear Falls, please remove your mortarboards. Please join me in reciting the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Please join me in reciting the Pledge of Allegiance. Oh, no. Please join me in reciting the Texas Pledge. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state under God, one and indivisible.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose vast stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Please be seated. At this time, we would like to acknowledge seniors of the class 2015 who have pledged to serve in the armed forces. We ask that you, along with all active, reserve, and veteran servicemen and women here tonight, please stand so that way we may acknowledge your patriotism and courageous service to our country. Thank you. Please be seated.
At this time, I would like to introduce the members of the Clear Creek Independent School District's Board of Trustees. Please stand and wave as I call your name. Audience, please hold your applause until each member is recognized. Board President, Dr. Laura DuPont. Vice President, Ms. Paige Rander. Secretary, Mr. Charles Pond. Trustee, Mr. Ken Ballaker. Trustee, Mr. Jay Cunningham. Trustee, Miss Ann Hammond. Trustee, Miss Wynn Weber. It is now my pleasure to recognize our special guest from the Education Support Center. Please stand and wave as I call your name. Audience, please hold your applause until each guest is recognized. Our Superintendent of Schools, Dr. Greg Smith. The Deputy Superintendent for Curriculum and Instruction, Dr. Stephen Ebel. The Assistant Superintendent for Secondary Education, Mr. Scott Bockert. The Assistant Superintendent for Elementary Education, Miss Holly Hughes. I would also like to introduce the principals of our PK through 12 community. Please stand and wave as I call your name. Audience, please hold your applause until each guest is recognized. Miss Kimberly Brouillard. Miss Deborah Johnson. Miss Yolanda Jones. Dr. Brittany Moses. Mr. Matthew Paulson. Mr. Mark Smith. Mr. James Thomas. Mr. David Williams. And now to introduce the members of the Clear Falls High School administration who will be participating in tonight's ceremony. Please stand and wave as I call your name. Audience, please hold your applause until each guest is recognized. Our principal, Mr. Paul House. Associate Principal, Mr. Kai Bouchard. Dean of Instruction, Miss Kim Shelton. And Lead Counselor, Miss Natalie Uranga.
Thank you, Howdy. At this time, I would like to introduce our campus leadership teams. Please stand and wave as I call your name. Audience, please hold your applause until each guest is recognized. Serving seniors with the last names A through E are our Assistant Principal, Miss Claire Lewis, and Counselor, Miss Margarita Reyes. Serving seniors with the last names F through K are Assistant Principal, Miss Mandy Scott, and Counselor, Miss April Keys. Serving seniors with the last names L through RE are Assistant Principal, Mr. Sven Schultz, and Counselor, Miss Mary Bragg. Serving seniors with the last names RF through Z are Assistant Principal, Miss Serena Blacksmith, and Counselor, Miss Dava West. Our Counselor for Students with Special Services is Miss Yolene Haregrove, and our Student Support Counselor is Miss Mundy Stone. Now please welcome to the podium our principal, Mr. Paul House.
Thank you, Ms. Shelton. Good evening, parents, grandparents, family, friends, CCISD trustees, and fellow educators. I would like to welcome all of you here tonight as we celebrate the wonderful achievements of the Clear Falls High School class of 2015. What a grand occasion it is to come together and honor these graduates in their high school commencement this evening. Seniors, 4 years ago, you came to Clear Falls High School with wide eyes and big dreams. I'm sure you were filled with excitement and apprehension as you walked through those doors and felt like you were caught in a maze of endless hallways. Yet you persevered. And here you are on the precipice of one of life's greatest milestones, ready to end one journey and begin another. And in this moment, I would like to express to you how honored I am to have been a part of your senior year. You, the Clear Falls High School class of 2015, have certainly welcomed me with open arms. You see, being a principal at such a special high school as Clear Falls High School was as daunting to me as that first day of 9th grade must have been for you. But you made sure that I was quickly acclimated to what it means to be a knight at Clear Falls. Through your actions, you have taught the Clear Falls family so much. You, more than any other group, have represented yourselves by living the very circle words that greet our visitors as they enter our school. As Max mentioned earlier, courage, integrity, respect, citizenship, loyalty, and excellence. These traits have guided you throughout your years at Clear Falls and are certain to serve you well as you move forward with your lives. Seniors, when I reflect on what defines the class of 2015, immediately the trait of excellence comes to mind. The class of 2015 has certainly left a legacy of excellence that others will be aspiring to achieve for years to come. As a class, you have represented Knight Nation at its highest level. You challenged the best, and in doing that have become the best. You competed at the state and national level in areas such as band, orchestra, track, Latin, swimming, water polo, wrestling, HOSA, ag science, choir, DECA, and volleyball, all while maintaining your commitment to academic excellence. But your commitment to excellence goes beyond competitive recognitions. For example, when donations of blood were needed to help replenish a dwindling supply in our area, you answered the call by donating 667 units. That's right. Clear Falls was not only the largest high school donor account, but it was the largest account overall. And you made that happen. In the spirit of Education Village collaboration, you mentored students in our K-12 community, and you acted as role models for the Knights at Mossman Elementary and Bayside Intermediate, teaching them the Clear Falls way. Seniors, even in our most trying times, you stood tall in your excellence. In January, in one of the darkest hours, the Clear Falls family lost a beloved teacher, coach, and friend. Coach Steve Evans' sudden passing left us stunned and saddened. However, you, class of 2015, you showed how to carry on with respect and dignity. In sorrow, you shared compassion and sympathy. You honored Coach through it all, and I will forever be grateful to you for that and the leadership that you showed. Seniors, you leave Clear Falls High School as the primary architects of its traditions and cultures. In 10, 20, and 30 years, when you return to share in the remembrance of your times at the high school, understand that each of your fingerprints will be on the foundation that has been created over the 4 years. From Swords Up to It's a Great Day, you have established the canon by which classes to come will be measured. And yet, it is important to look ahead as well, to consider questions that impact your future. What will you do now? What impact will you make on your community beyond Clear Falls High School? You see, while today we can say mission accomplished, tomorrow you will begin anew. Seniors, while you have developed the knowledge and skills for success beyond high school, understand that skills alone will guarantee you nothing. It is your responsibility as a representative of your family, your community, and your school to take on the task of positive change. In your future, you will be faced with many opportunities. Take advantage of those as they are fleeting. And as you prepare to face life beyond the familiar walls of your home and of Clear Falls High School, I challenge you to this: give back. Give to your family and to your community. Give of your time and of yourself. While some may judge you by the items you accumulate, the true value of your life lies in how you impact others. Do not settle for average. Understand, seniors, that you are special. You are knights and graduates of Clear Falls High School in CCISD. Ordinary is not in your DNA. Do not allow limits set by others to keep you from achieving your goals. You must dream larger than that. Poet Robert Browning wrote, "A man's reach should exceed his grasp." How far will you be willing to stretch your arms? And finally, live the example you want others to be. You will face struggles and celebrations, failures and successes in your life. It's part of being a human. What separates those who make a difference from the rest is how they carry themselves when faced with ups and downs. Don't cast a shadow on those around you. Burn brightly so that others can grow in your light. This light will allow you to see the difference that you can be. Class of 2015, congratulations on your graduation. Clear Falls will forever be your home. I hope you will carry Knight Nation with pride. And remember, it will always be a great day to be a Knight. Thank you. At this time, would you please join me in welcoming our Superintendent of Schools, Dr. Greg Smith.
I'm not sure who was responsible for the prayers or the anti-rain dance for tonight from last week, but I want to thank each and every one of you that participated in the proper prayers and the rain dance to keep this a great evening and keep this entire class together for one graduation ceremony. So thanks to you all. I'd also like to thank our pre-K-12 community principals back here. I can't believe you're going to spend the whole weekend with us. This is going to be fabulous. Thank you so much. Well, good evening, Clear Falls Knights. Heartfelt congratulations to each of you for a job well done. You rightfully earned the title of a Clear Creek ISD high school graduate, and I am so very proud. That title definitely has longevity in America. Our graduates do not come here to be like anyone else. In Clear Creek ISD, our graduates come here to lead and inspire. College admission officers often tell me when they meet a CCISD student, they are greeted with a young man or woman who is committed to being a lifelong learner and who is equally passionate about the sense of community, just like your good friend, Christine Bierman. In her 4 years at Clear Falls High School, this student with special needs has kept up her grades, worked full-time, and brought a lot of love and laughter to your school. Christine has found out that you don't need magic to change the world. You carry all the power you need inside yourself. So thank you, Christine. You know, a diploma from Clear Creek ISD also carries a stamp of approval of not only what you have learned, but what is still left to be learned. These diplomas are actually as much a statement of your accomplishments as a directive to your future. They symbolize that you are in fact workforce ready because of the exceptional opportunities afforded to you here. Take my friend Max McDullen, the voice of Clear Falls High School and Night Vision as an example. Max is getting nervous here. Earlier this year, we had a team of school board members from all over Texas in town, and many of you helped showcase the great things happening in the Education Village. Max didn't hesitate. With his handshake to greet these adult strangers, he was articulate in his speech and clearly had a handle of what information to share with this group of outsiders to the extent at the end of the visit, good golly, you would have thought he was the superintendent of CCISD or something. Max will be making news headlines in the near future for all the right reasons. And good luck, Max. You know, as a graduate of CCISD, you also understand the phrase service before self. You have mentored and inspired a whole generation of youth because of your time at the Village, just as Patricia Romero has done. Patricia moved here from Venezuela last year. She didn't let the lack of English scare her, though. No, in fact, she used it to serve others. As a student teacher at Mossman Elementary, Patricia was heavily involved with helping elementary-age students learn the English language. Thank you, Patricia. You know, the first C in CCISD also stands for courage, much like your circle words at Clear Falls High School. But it is one thing for us to talk about it, but it's another thing for somebody to do something about it. And I would like for Matt Petty, who is going into the Air Force, and the other graduates who have signed up to serve our country, once again, to please stand so that we can appreciate you and show you that we respect the fact that you're part of our freedom and attending a graduation on the very same field that we compete on. Thank you. These folks are real living examples of courage. It is because of actions such as yours that people come to America, the land of the free and the home of the brave. You take the words off the walls at Clear Falls High School and give them arms, legs, a heart, and a soul. And for that, we thank you. As a soon-to-be alumni of the Clear Creek Independent School District, you will realize that you are in a league of your own because of your time here. Just as Justin DuPont has as he takes his gifts to the University of Texas, despite my best sales pitch to the Southeastern Conference School in College Station. We have long strived to make our schools the hub of the community, the place where you don't clock time, but cherish time. I know it may not be like that all the time, every day. However, it is my hope that tomorrow or 5 or 10 years from now, you will look back on your life and time here this evening, and hopefully you will come back and choose this area to raise your own family here. Class of 2015, it is your responsibility and yours alone to carry on the stories and legacy of Clear Falls High School and what it means to be a Knight. But students, know this: you will always have a home here to refresh your souls and revive your spirit. Congratulations, class of 2015. I'm real proud of you.
I have the great privilege of introducing our next two speakers. The salutatorian of the class of 2015 is the daughter of Jamie and Scott Reynolds. She will attend the University of South Carolina to pursue a major in psychology. A 4-time superintendent scholar and National Merit Commended Scholar, Miss Lindsay Reynolds.
We're here now, but before freshman year, before Clear Falls even had seniors, I remember wondering if high school would be like it is in the movies. Would people join groups like the T-Birds and Pink Ladies and drive lightning-fast cars? Would Saturday detention be the best way to make friends on campus? Would teachers call my name, like Reynolds, Reynolds? Would we wear pink every Wednesday? Would we break out in song in the cafeteria or on the basketball court? Well, I guess those high school movie cliches didn't come true. But at Clear Falls, we've had some pretty Hollywood-worthy experiences ourselves. Maybe the scene you will remember is the way we screamed our heads off at volleyball games, basketball games, football games, or any sporting events, and no matter what, Knight Nation never stopped cheering. Or maybe your memories are from tutorials where we spent just as much time studying and doing homework as we did bonding with teachers and classmates. Or maybe you have a memory of sitting in the auditorium, watching or participating in one of our many spectacular theater, dance, orchestra, band, or choir performances. Or maybe you remember being a part of a group such as DECA, HOSA, FFA, robotics, water polo, swimming, volleyball, wrestling, or any other group that has competed at the state or national level. After only 5 years of being open, our trophy cases are already gleaming with memorabilia that we can come back in years to admire and say, hey, I was a part of that piece of Clear Falls history. But I will admit, not everything about high school is made for the movies. There are those late nights, possibly the result of procrastination or senioritis. The rush panic when you don't wake up to your alarm in the morning, but you just accept you'll be late anyways. The overwhelming stress of working a job and being in extracurriculars and still trying to get your homework done. We might not have the Hollywood movie magic that Ferris Bueller had, but high school is still a time we will never forget. And that's why today we are celebrating the fact that we made it. We can put our swords up to celebrate that we have been tested by more than just our teachers over these last 4 years. We have faced the many challenges high school has thrown our way, and we have triumphed. We have learned more than just how to write essays and do calculations. We've learned communication, time management, and strong character traits that will allow us to overcome the struggles that lie ahead. This diploma is our Academy Award. It says more than just you have graduated high school. It says you have worked toward this moment for years. You have persevered through 13 years of school and overcome countless obstacles to get to tonight. It says you've accomplished remarkable feats thus far, and you have yet to accomplish even greater feats as an alumni of Clear Falls. It says you have set your course for a bright future. This diploma also stands for the times we have spent at Clear Falls and the memories we have made in this land of milk and honey. Tonight marks a new scene in our lives. These last 4 years seem to have sped by in a flash, but while we sit here, all together, for the last time, think of this as a special moment to pause and play this final scene in slow motion and reflect, before the credits roll, on your last experiences as a Knight. One of my most favorite movies is Ferris Bueller's Day Off. And I think Ferris speaks the truth when he says life moves pretty fast. If you don't stop and look around once in a while, you could miss it. So enjoy tonight. It's our graduation. It's our time to cherish the past and everyone who brought us here today, and embrace the many excellent adventures ahead of us.
Our highest ranking graduate is the son of Shannon and Stephen Glenn. He will attend the University of Texas at Austin this fall to pursue a major in physics. A 4-time superintendent scholar, national merit finalist, and the valedictorian of the class of 2015, Mr. Griffin Glenn.
Wow. Sure didn't seem like we'd get to this day as quickly as we did. Where did the time go? High school looked so long whenever we first started, stretching way out in front of us. It was like a red carpet of sorts, unrolling down our future path. All we had to do was step on and strut our stuff. And we have. That's why we're here, after all. We've made it, and that's pretty darn awesome. So while we're all here, for this last occasion before we all venture down new paths, I'd like to point out a few of the things that we ought to think about before moving on. Where we've been, where we are, and where we're going. Of course, if you're going to be literal, we've been at Clear Falls. Hopefully, we're all on the same page with that one. If not, good news. We're Knights. We're a community, and that's part of where we've been too, all in this together. From day one, we've been facing change. Moving up to high school was a huge change, and we've had a unique opportunity to shape this school. We can remember when Falls didn't have seniors. Not many others can say that about their high school, and I think it made us closer. We worked together to establish Clear Falls' identity, leaving our imprint as a class in the stones of the school. We've set records, sent students to state and national competitions, and exemplified what Knights should be like. Here I've met some truly superb human beings, formed relationships that I wouldn't trade for the world. There's nobody else I would rather graduate with, and I'll say it again, this senior class is an amazing group. Of course, we wouldn't have been that way without the help of the fantastic faculty, staff, and administrators of Clear Falls, or the Board of Trustees and the ESC. And I'd like to make sure that they know how appreciated they are. The same goes for parents, grandparents, siblings, aunts, uncles, cousins, and every other supporting family member or mentor in our lives. We couldn't have made it through without you, and the fact that we're standing here today is a testament to your dedication to us over the last 4 years. That brings us back to today. Here and now, we're alive, right this instant. Before this fleeting instant fades, we've got to try to grab it. We're on the edge of things, all about to head out. Of course, you'll see people around and about, but after this, things change. I don't like change. It scares me. But despite my own worries, I know that change is really a good thing, and that this will be a change for the better. In front of us is the greatest opportunity we could hope for, the chance to become the best version of ourselves that we can be. We've been given the tools and skills, and now we have the ability to make whatever we want of ourselves. Our responsibilities are about to get much greater, and we have to make sure we hold ourselves to the highest standard possible. Really, our growth begins here, and now it's on us to continue it for the rest of our lives. So as we go forth, don't forget that it's not about where you end up. It's about what you do along the way. It's about improving, growing, and changing for the better each and every day. As human beings, we owe it to ourselves to forever reach out towards new heights. I don't know where we'll be in 5, 10, or 20 years, but I sure hope that when we get there, we're as excited for what will come after that as we are for what will come after this. We'll do great things, our class, the Clear Falls class of 2015, and our entire generation. It's intimidating, but it's true. We'll make it happen. I know we won't be the same people down the road. We'll have changed, and the world with us. What I hope is that we're the ones changing the world, pushing back the boundaries of human knowledge, or shaping it to match our ideals. I hope we never forget where we came from, the people who shaped us here, the times we shared together. No matter what changes may come, that won't change. That's constant. We can grow from the foundation that we have here and make sure that whatever comes in our future really means something. We can make it whatever we want, and we will. We'll change, but with us, so will the world. Clear Falls, class of 2015, for all the great things we've done, thank you. For all the superb things that we are, congratulations. And finally, in all the amazing things that we'll do, I want to say, never stop chasing perfection. Dedicate your life to becoming the greatest possible version of yourself that you can become, and hold the world to your standard. Knights, seniors, class of 2015, both for myself and on behalf of everyone in the future, thank you.
Thank you, Griffin. Dr. Smith, please join me at the podium. Dr. Smith, I hereby certify that these students have successfully completed the course of study at Clear Falls High School as prescribed by the state of Texas. In addition, they have satisfied all of the graduation requirements as stipulated by the Board of Trustees of the Clear Creek Independent School District.
Mr. House, I accept your certification and hereby declare these students as graduates of Clear Falls High School and the Clear Creek Independent School District with all of the pertinent honors, rights, and privileges. Congratulations.